Hello, let's be honest. Has this ever happened to you? You're doing a manicure with magnetic effect, trying your best, but in the end your nails look like crooked cucumbers after a hailstorm, and the whole design looks more like abstract art than a cat eye? I mean, creating a perfectly smooth color transition with a gorgeous shimmer in the center. Now that's not as easy as tying your shoes. There are definitely a lot of nuances to it. But girls, don't despair. Today we're going to figure out all these intricacies once and for all. I spent $100 to find that perfect chrome powder that blends flawlessly and will help create a cosmic effect on any coating, especially on magnetic gel polishes, even if you're a complete beginner. So are you ready for an explosion of cosmic designs? Then let's get started. After I prepared the nail plate and completed the combination manicure, we immediately moved on to applying the base because we had 1 hour and 40 minutes and we wanted to do everything perfectly without sacrificing quality. Our base needs to be flexible like cooked pasta, so flexible that you could tie it in a knot. This isn't without reason, as it needs to follow all the nail's curves and serve as a cushion shock absorber under the hard material. To strengthen and lift the nails today, I'm going to use a thick polygel. Honestly, I haven't worked with it in a while, but I know for sure. In this case, it's like a loyal friend who will go through fire and water and even lay on your nails. Take a tiny pea-sized amount, just like for thumbelaina. Place it in the middle of the nail and using a brush dipped in dehydrator, I distribute the material so that it completely envelops the nail. Here, girls, our main focus is not just to strengthen, but to really lift that nail that keeps wanting to grow downward. You know, like that stubborn teenager, always doing the opposite. And remember, for this kind of work, we need either a thick polygel or dual forms. Today we're going with the traditional polygel method, but if you're curious about how it's done with dual forms, leave a comment. I promise I'll film a separate video for you. Oh, and don't think it's all easy peasy. This isn't like spreading butter on toast. There are so many nuances here, it'll make your head spin. To get the nail perfectly straight as if drawn with a ruler, the material needs to be laid out with jeweler's precision, the right spot, the right height, so that when viewed from the side, the nail doesn't curve downward. Otherwise, it'll be like that joke. The nail goes one way, life goes the other. And we don't need that. We cure the gel, remove the dispersion layer and get to filing. Now we'll only file on the surface. It should be as smooth as an ice rink before any skates have touched it. Because roller coasters are fun, of course, but definitely not for our nails. By the way, people often ask me what I use to remove the sticky layer. Just regular dehydrator. Don't fall for those super duper special liquid. Mine is 3-in-1. It dehydrates, degreases and removes stickiness. It's much more economical. And now we're bringing out our heavy artillery, the removal effil. Oh, this is my favorite. We hold it at a 45-degree angle, just like in geometry class, remember? And in one fell swoop, we remove the excess length and file the natural nail along the edge, meaning we'll have less hassle later. After the ephel, we take a nail file and carefully correct the free edge. Our task here is to make a nice oval shape. We remove all the dust because it's so pesky. Wipe the nail and voila! We can start alignment. For leveling, I took Liquid Acrylic Gel from D&K, and here, girls, is an important point. The material should be like in that fairy tale. Not too much, not too little, but just right, because the nails are already strengthened and we definitely don't need to make Mount Everest out of them, especially since we still have a multi-layered design ahead of us, and this will need to be taken into account at the base application stage. By the way, to be able to do this combo and in general to know everything about the basics of a manicure, I have a special video. I will pin it under this video. We coat the nail creating a wet underlayer and transfer the main droplet of material. Such a droplet will be quite enough to align everything. Oh, and here's an important point. If you overdo it with the gel, it will spread out. And instead of nails, you will get nice buns. And we're not in a bakery, so watch this step. Remember how as kids we all drew on wet sand with sticks? Those first artistic endeavors of ours. Now is the time to recall those skills. We take our thin brush, it will be our stick. and level out the material. You know, they often say that all problems stem from childhood, but I don't quite agree with that. I would rather say all our skills and abilities stem from childhood, because who would have thought that the sand drawings of ours would come in handy in a manicure? It's certainly not the same as distributing material on nails, but believe me, it's just as enjoyable a process. The main thing is not to get carried away with memories and forget about our nails. We carefully level everything out, give the material time to distribute and cure it in the lamp. After alignment, we cover the nails with a thin layer of black gel polish. But before that, we must, just like on an exam, remove the stickiness from the gel, because gel dispersion and gel polish are like a cat and a dog in the same apartment. Someone has to go to a void war, otherwise you won't have a design but a complete cat drama. The black gel polish will provide a background for the cat eye, and chrome powder always looks more impressive on dark shades. Well, now the time has come for the star adore. This is a silver silk kitty, and we apply it in a medium layer so that there are enough magnetic particles and they are nicely pulled by the magnet. But this does not mean that you need to slap it on so that the cat can be seen from space. And now the most interesting part. Playing with the magnet. Here we have it like in the theater. We set the light. We align the glare from all sides to the center in turns like rays to the sun. You know, many say it's difficult, like learning higher mathematics. But believe me, if you understand how the magnet works, it's not such a complicated science. Practice a little on plastic tips and you'll be doing this design with your eyes closed. Well, maybe not with your eyes closed, but definitely virtuosically. We made our magical glare. Send the nail to the lamp for 1 minute. Our cat eye is without a sticky layer, so I'll apply the chrome powder directly on it. And here, girls, I'll reveal a secret. Quality chrome powder is like the perfect man. They behave well in any situation, both on a hot top and on a cold one. And even without a top, they rub in wonderfully. So if you can't rub in that magical unicorn powder, then maybe it's worth thinking. Is your unicorn real? Or maybe its dust was diluted with something? Because you know, as they say, not all that glitters is gold. After we've applied the chrome powder, it doesn't need curing. It's not gel polish. We take our soft brush and remove all the excess, everything that didn't want to be friends with our nail. And now an important moment. File the edge to remove the chrome powder from there. It's like sweeping the doorstep to keep it clean. Just a couple of file strokes and it's done. Now I'll show you my special technique for securing chrome powder. Take primer and go along the nail edge. It's like insurance for our design. Let it breathe a bit and then we can cover it with top coat. And you know what? I never cover with base, then sticky top coat, then no wipe top coat, because it's a bunch of silly work. I immediately cover with no wipe top coat and everything holds up perfectly. Nothing chips off, as they say. The wolves are fed and the sheep are safe. The main thing is to find that perfect top coat. It's like with lipstick, girls. I have two favorites, Edlin top and Gamma Classic top. They've never let me down. Well, here are our cosmic nails ready. What do you say? How do you like this design? If you still have questions about strengthening and are at a loss on how to do it, I have pinned a video for you with 5 strengthening techniques. I tell you everything there. As for my best girlfriends, don't forget about the video I attached for you about basic manicure knowledge. You will find it via the link under this video. This knowledge will be super useful for you. Girls, be sure to subscribe to the channel and leave your likes. It's very important to me. And I, as always, say goodbye to you for a short while. Bye bye, beauties.